Spent the morning in part of Matson today looking at some of the flooding. One of the areas that people perhaps aren't aware is flooded. I won't name the area because they haven't actually been looking for publicity. It's hardly surprising if you got over 100 people out of their properties, and they're going to be concerned about what they've left behind. They're going to be away from there for maybe January, February of next year. So it's really hit pockets of the city that perhaps many people weren't even aware of. But after I visited some of the homes that were affected with a posse of local councillors, Kate Haig, Steve McHale, Jan Lugg, Mary Smith was going to come along but couldn't, but sent her apologies, and she's been very involved as well. Went for a bit of a tour with a local resident called George Chapman, I've got it written down here, and Mr. Peasy, Danny Peasy, who'd invited us down in the first place. And we saw some of the issues around how the flooding may have occurred in the first place, not least the Tredworth Cemetery and the fact that there's a very, very small culvert at one end. So perhaps the water kind of like washed up to it and kind of got blocked there and ended up flooding houses. Also, went up to the balancing pond in St. Bridge, where apparently the sluice gates had been opened. So the sluice gates were opened on the day of the flooding, and the water poured out from St. Bridge Pond and downstream, and we're talking about a huge weight of water, and that may have impacted on this. Now we want to try and get to the bottom of this, and myself and the councillors are going to be in touch with the Environment Agency and the council to find out what the situation was, who was responsible for those sluice gates, were they opened, why were they opened, but also generally in terms of supporting this community, that significant number of houses, as I say, who can't return to their homes and have lost so many of their possessions. So it's going to be a long haul, there's going to be a lot of work to do, but that's what we're here for, I guess. We're here for the long haul, and we'll do everything that we can to back them up.